The other relief mode is the practical solution. It's like cutting the grass. When the grass is too high, you just go over and cut it. It's not that much work, it just go over and cut it. It's a very, very practical solution for a problem. For example, you lost a job, find a new one. You have your problems with your mother-in-law, divorce, or kill her, or move to a different country. You experience a home invasion, add a lock to the door. This is also what happens very often in a natural way. Because when people lose their job, the first thing they start doing is find a new job, right? A car approaching at us, we jump out of the way. We feel alone, we get new friends. This is like cutting the weeds. It's a very practical, down-to-earth approach to dealing with problems. Something people already know how to do. Advantage, it's easy, quick, and effective. Often automatic without knowing. However, there's also a lot of disadvantage. The real issue is not solved. You need to cut the grass again and again and again. When the person found a new job, the stress of losing a job might be gone, but they might still be afraid of losing this one too. There's no learning and a problem easily can happen again. The real issue is not resolved. It does not generalize to broader areas. Similar problems are not resolved and can happen again. There's no learning, growth, personal growth, or transformation, and the same events will happen over and over again with similar problems. The practical solution is often the reverse of what actually happened, like losing a job, getting a new job, having an argument, making it up, starting a marathon, finishing it, left alone, home again. Actually, my wife had this running. Whenever I was away, she retained water. She felt lonely. She felt I was not there to take care of her. And as soon as I came home, all the water was expelled again. So her trauma was me leaving, and her relief moment was me getting back. So at least her body is missing me, right? But a few considerations that you need to take into account. Even though the practical solution must be perceived as a solution, the client must feel that it is a solution for them. So if they lost a job and they find a new job, that might or might not be a solution for their problem, because losing a job is a white balloon. And they might perceive like, I lost my income, now I have new income, but they also might have the perception of, I lost my area of expression, which might not be solved with a new job. So they must still perceive that the real problem for them is solved. Otherwise, the solution is not working. And that is why you cannot, as a therapist, you cannot advise them what to do. Because the simple way to advise them is get a new job. But that might not solve the problem. You need to ask what would solve this problem. So best is to have the client come up with multiple solutions, what they think would work. Because they are coming from their own perception instead of your perception, right? If they find a solution which works for their perception in the blue balloon, that's always the best. Especially with real life solution, it's the solution that is supported by the client. Because otherwise it will not work, and otherwise the client will not do it, right? The client must feel that this is a solution for them. Whatever the therapist thinks is important, it's not. If the therapist thinks that the solution is not a real solution, but the client thinks it is a real solution, it is a real solution. And sometimes the weirdest solutions come up. Sometimes the weirdest solution for the client works the best. It's what the client, supports as their solution. And even, I just want to mention that the realization of a solution must be there. So the client must know that their problem is solved. For example, if they are afraid that they lose their job and now they win the lottery, but nobody tells them, if 10 million is deposited in their bank, but nobody tells them, the problem is still there. So it must enter their awareness. So one way to do that is give them a lot of reflection exercises in how that practical solution actually influence their life. This seems so logically, but I see a lot of therapists just forget about it. So it's good to always really test extensively, future pace, whatever happened. Now that you implemented this solution, test in real life and give them reflection exercises. Although there are some disadvantages that the real issue is not resolved, the advantage is also very large because it's really easy, quick, and effective, and the client can do it within. The client gains control of what they can do. So don't say practical solution is not a solution at all. It is part of a complete solution because it's something the client really can do.
Rudy, stop. You're throwing off my rhythm. You'll go blind. Please.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Go. Right over there, 15 feet away.
I would, but
What? The squirrels? How many?
there's only one just now.
You can't go to the bathroom because of one squirrel.
If I get off the bed, he'll get the others.
Rudy, it's not the point. They're squirrels. Squirrels, Rudy. They're one of the most amiable creatures on the planet.
Oh, no, they're not.
On the list of hostile predators, they're right above the bottom, just above baby chicks and slugs. What could they possibly want? You're nuts?
You think?
Come on, I'll take you. Another one?
It's on the end of your bed. On the rail. Careful, it's gonna jump. That's here! At the end of the bed! No, look out!
They're gone. Think it's safe to go to the bathroom, Rudy?
No, it's too risky.
When you... Yes.
Suka.
Okay. Here.
That is actually a real good practical solution for dealing with the squirrels.
Now remember to subscribe to this channel so you never miss anything. Just hit the subscribe button.